Welcome everybody to today's video. In this lesson, I would like to talk about the things that I do like. So we are going to talk about Gustar, because that is how to talk about things that you like. So without further ado, let's jump right in and look at this super helpful, useful, fantastic verb. Now, Gustar, in English, it is usually translated as to like, but it doesn't technically mean to like. It literally would be translated as to be pleasing. Okay, this distinction has a little bit of a effect on how the sentence is structured now. So, if I wanted to say that I like apples, we have these three words here. Now, each word obviously has a different part to play in the sentence itself. So, if we were to label these, this is our subject, who is doing the action. This is the action itself, so this is the verb, and then this is our object. So we have subject, verb, object. And in English, they work great. The verb matches the subject. Who likes it? I like it. That is really straightforward and easy, right? But as I said, this doesn't mean the same thing in Spanish. So instead of saying to like something, we are saying are pleasing. And because it's pleasing, the object and the subject are going to switch around. Because I am not pleasing, the apples are pleasing. The apples are the one that are doing that verb. They are doing the action, so they become the subject. So we say apples are pleasing to me. Like that. So now, apples, this is our subject. Here's the verb. And this is the object. Okay, so we could have it structured like this. Unfortunately, as is often the case in Spanish, they want to mix things around. So the verb is going to stay right here in the middle, but the object and the subject are going to switch places. Okay, so we're going to say, to me, pleasing are the apples. Or, I find apples pleasing. Anything like that. That's kind of more what they're saying, but it's in this order. That here's the object, here's the verb, here's the subject. And you can see this is why oftentimes we just translate it as I like this thing, is because we've put them back into that same order that we have it in English. So we say, well, just translate it as that. And it does make sense, because translation is more about this idea matches this idea, and not this word, this word, this word, and having a direct word-for-word translation. So if we have it structured like this, we're going to have the object, and then the verb, and then the subject. So then, when we come back here, we can remember that. So we have object, okay, object, verb, subject. That's what we need to remember here. Now for the object, we're not going to use those regular pronouns, the yo, the tú, the nosotros, all of those ones, because those are subject pronouns. And we're not using it as a subject, we're using it as an object. So we need a little bit of different words. Because I'm not saying I like this, I'm saying to me, these things are pleasing. So instead of saying yo, we're going to have these object pronouns right here. So this still matches up with I, or we can say to me, right? You, or to you, and just for simplicity's terms, I'm just going to say you and I. He, or he finds these pleasing, or to him these things are pleasing. She, you, right? This is the formal one. So I can say me if I'm talking about myself, te if I'm talking about you, le if I'm talking about he, she, or you formally. Nos is we. Okay, that one's easy to remember because it's similar to nosotros, which we've also talked about. Os is you all, but again, this one is just in Spain. And then les for they, and you all for everywhere else. Okay. So there you have it. Those are our different object pronouns. Me, te, they, nos, os, les. Then we have this done. We need the verb. And the verb is going to match the subject over here. So the verb is really talking about this thing. And if we're talking about things, it's really going to be simplified into two, a single or a plural. Right? And now this gusta is for a single item. So if you like the book, or if you like the movie, or if you like the food or anything like that, if it's one item that you're describing, you just use gusta. If it's multiple, if you like the whole series of books, if you like all of the Marvel movies, if you like all of the different kinds of tacos or anything like that, you're going to use a an, gustan. And then the subject, you just describe whatever it is that you're that you like. So let's take a look at some examples down here. If I wanted to say, I like, let's go back here to our example and say apples. Okay. Well, our object, that's going to be me, right? To me, the apples are pleasing, so I'm going to say me. And then I have to say, okay, like. Am I liking one single thing, or am I liking multiple things? I like apple, or I like apples. I like all of the different apples. So this is plural. So this is going to be plural. This is multiple. So me gustan. And then I'm going to say the apples. And in Spanish, and it is las manzanas. Me gustan las manzanas. There you go. I like the apples. Okay. If I did another example, I might say, we like to swim. Right? Who doesn't like to swim? I like to swim. Everybody we all like to swim. So we have our object here. Okay, that's we. So I'm going to put nos. Like is our verb. Now we're liking a single thing or a multiple thing. Well, to swim, this is just one thing. It's that single action that we like to do right now. So it's going to be one. Nos gusta. Right? And we're going to take to swim. Just that basic verb. So this is going to be nos gusta nadar. And that is an example of how to use gustar. Now, you might be saying, well, that's great if you like everything, but what if you don't like everything? What if there's something that you want to say, I don't like this? How do I do that? Really simple. All you have to do for that case is put a no right here, right out in front. No nos gusta nadar. No me gustan las manzanas. Anything like that. And now we're switching up, and instead we're saying, I am not a fan. I don't like this. No bueno. There's an introduction for Gustar. If you have any questions, let me know. This is a very handy verb because you can express likes and dislikes and all of your different opinions by saying gusta. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you later. Adios.